Do you enjoy going to Moulin Rouge as much as we do? Better yet, do you like going to concerts and sporting events?
SeatGeek helps people easily purchase tickets to these kind of events and unites people like you and us through live entertainment.
And things just got easier for you. As proud partners of SeatGeek, you can use our exclusive promo code CANCAN10 and you'll get $10 off of any purchase that is $250 or over.
Hey Lily, you've been eyeing up that can seat for a while now.
You're so right, Jules. I think I'm gonna go purchase it right now and use our code for a discount. Do you want to join?
Hell yeah.
Again, that's CANCAN10 to get $10 off of any purchase that is $250 or over. Only valid for your first purchase. Hey guys, it's your girl Lily here, one half of CanCan Talks, and I am here to tell you about our Patreon page. You don't know what Patreon is? Well, it's a platform to interact more with you guys. We post a lot of content on Instagram, but it does limit what we can post. For example, video length. Patreon allows us to post full-length videos of our episodes, as well as other cool things as a way to get to know us. You can sign up for a free subscription, you heard me, free, and you can view the full-length video recordings for a portion of our episodes. You can also join us for just $2 a month, and you'll have access to every full-length video recording, including the episodes with our special guests. We'll also be posting other fun content such as polls, exclusive updates on our upcoming guests, and so much more. Who knows? Maybe we'll live stream and let you guys see how we record an episode. Honestly, as a visual learner myself, I would love to have access to the video recordings of some of my favorite podcasts. So if you're like me, don't wait to sign up. Check us out at www.patreon.com/CanCanTalksPod and sign up for your free or $2 a month membership now. Again, that's www.patreon.com/CanCanTalksPod, linked in our episode description. Welcome back to CanCan Talks. It's your girl Lily and your girl Jules. Jules, what's the temperature outside for you? I just want to know something.
Currently, it is 65 degrees.
It is 20 degrees outside in Ohio, and we've got about almost a foot of snow on the ground, so we are doing
Nice.
really great over here. We're snowed
That
in.
sounds that sounds great.
It's
That's my
I
dream.
I do love the snow. I hate driving in it though, so.
Oh yeah. Totally. 100%. Sucks.
Anyways, we have a very exciting episode today. But we'll get into that. Jules, I don't think there's any announcements, right?
I don't think so.
If we're missing any, we're sorry.
Yeah. Whoops.
um, anyways, so today's episode is a special one because it is the 1 year anniversary of Can Talks. So I got this idea from a different podcast. And I thought it would be fun to just kind of go through all of our favorite moments of the year on our podcast as a 1 year anniversary. And we're gonna like kind of briefly describe it, but I'm gonna like put in the little snippets from the actual episodes in there. So you'll get little like flashbacks throughout the episode of our favorite moments. So this should be really fun. We picked like 10-ish, so it's not like overbearingly long, but not also like super short because there's so many moments that were so much fun and we've had so much fun recording these episodes and interviewing people. So it's definitely hard just to like choose 10. At least for me it was, to narrow it down. But yeah, so should we start with the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so for me, mine is not in any particular order, just by the way. But the first one I have on my list is when we were interviewing James and my Wi-Fi went out. We were having like internet troubles or whatever, or at least I think James was having internet troubles in Australia and kept
Yeah,
freezing.
because Australian Wi-Fi is terrible.
Exactly. So, and then my Wi-Fi started cutting out, my Wi-Fi failed, and then I got kicked out of the Zoom call, and apparently it stopped recording, right? And then it comes back and it just says recording in progress or like recording like continued. Or I was like, oh, right. Oh,
You get that, bud? There we go.
Yeah.
Um, you
my
just missed
Wi-Fi
it.
went
James just
down. I
gave like some
apologize.
great secrets. You missed the whole thing.
My Wi-Fi went out.
And I
All
can't
the secrets
divulge them
will
again.
leave. Yeah, you just had to be there.
You'll never want to talk to me again after
Sorry.
this.
No, we'll have you on again, mate. I, this is for real, before we even started this, we were just chatting away. You know who didn't have problems with the Wi-Fi that whole interview? Me.
Jules. Jules's
Yeah,
Wi-Fi was great.
exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite moments just because like you guys were like, oh my God, we were telling secrets to each other and stuff while I was gone. And Jules was like, where'd you go? Like she texted me, she goes, where did you go? And I was like, it kicked me out.
Oh yeah, so we decided to mess with Lily when she came back and just
Yeah.
tell her that we just revealed big secrets, but we can't
Yeah.
reveal them again.
No. They were already revealed. They're gone now.
Um, my one is getting the cakes. That's my favorite part. Is asking for my cake to be delivered from James, which I still haven't got. I just want
I know.
everyone to
I was
know
like, we
that I
haven't gotten
still
our cakes.
haven't. I still haven't actually got the cake yet. So James, if you're listening to this, where's my cake? It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to be positive, but just saying, you know, where's my cake? Um, yeah, that was a really good memory for me. Favorite moment.
That was a random hobby that came about when I was doing Dirty Dancing in 2015. I was just swinging on the show, and someone said, "You should bake us a cake every week." And I went, "Okay." And then I started baking a cake a week, and then we'd have little cake parties. And now people ask me to make them and pay me for it. So I'm like, okay, if I could be bothered, because I do understand why people charge a lot of money for a wedding cake, and because it's takes a lot of time. The ingredients actually aren't cheap, and it's stressful. But yes, a random little side hobby of mine.
Will you make a cake and send it to us?
I don't know that you'd want that, but maybe when I'm over there, if we happen to be in the same place, I'll make you one for sure.
That was yeah. We haven't gotten our cakes yet, so we're gonna have to ask about that again. I feel like
Hmm.
we bring it up in a conversation.
We
Anyway,
have to.
okay, so my second one on the list is laughing with Liz and Julia. Um, but specifically when we first started recording and we tried to like record our intro like normal, but we just kept laughing. Like we had the giggle fest.
There was a part, because this is also on mine, where I was gonna ask a question and I just burst out laughing. And Liz is like, "What is wrong with you?" I couldn't even get the question out, and I just started laughing. I don't know why.
They just make us laugh. Hi,
Hi.
besties.
Hey, hey,
Hi.
hey. Hi. I cannot with
Sorry.
you.
This whole podcast episode is just gonna be us
Okay.
laughing.
Welcome.
Compose
Thanks so
yourself.
much for finding time at your busy schedules to come on here.
Yeah, we had to take the weekend off.
Um,
We had to take the
It was
weekend off.
hard to find
We had,
time.
yeah.
we had to
Well,
pencil you guys in.
um, okay.
This is like our FaceTime. Our FaceTime's like transported just to a different platform. We went from FaceTime to Zoom. Our nightly FaceTime.
Was it an upgrade?
Yes.
It was that whole interview. Both interviews were
Both of them
crazy.
were really wild. Yeah. That was really
And
great.
to add on to that was when we were doing the second interview, and Julia changed her background photo to the Beatles. was was another highlight for me. That's mine. So I agree. Like my highlight is also
Julia is
her.
one of the Beatles in disguise.
Julia loves the Beatles. She loves the Beatles.
We love you, Julia. We're just messing with you anyway.
Right.
So my third one on the list is Debria saying Rouge was her favorite show. Because, I mean, first of all, same. Second of all, she's like, is it cheesy to say it's Rouge? And we're like, no. Like, it's such a good show. And that was just an exciting episode because it was our first interview. She was about to make her Broadway debut, and she is absolutely killing it still on stage. So, yeah.
I like to ask everyone this
Mhm.
question just in general.
Mhm.
What is like your all-time favorite Broadway show?
Is it cheesy if I say Moulin Rouge?
No,
No.
because I tell you, we're gonna say the same thing.
Okay, because like I just think that the choreography is, and the storyline on top of it, I mean, that's just like to die for. But yeah, this one has just, it's literally always been my favorite. Even
We're right
before.
behind you.
Yes. Okay. Well, then there we go.
Yeah, that was really fun. Like when she was like, "Is it cheesy to say this?" And we're like, "Absolutely not. Like we're gonna say the same thing." That's another favorite of mine. And when she was like, "I didn't get into this college, but now here I am making my Broadway debut."
Exactly.
She's like, "Not to be rude to the college." I'm like, "Girl, you say whatever you want."
Like, hey, that is how you live life.
Exactly.
I had my eyes kind of set on one dance college that I was like dead set on going to. I was die hard, wanted to get in there, and I didn't make a call back, didn't get in. Now I live right behind the building. And I walk past it every day. I go to my dream job. So like I said kind of earlier, every no that you're gonna get is doesn't determine your worth, and you can't let that determine your value as a person, as a dancer. Like I just wasn't right for their program. I wasn't right for that time, and that was not my path. And that was hard to accept, and that was a hard pill to swallow, and of course I was devastated. But in the end, like still dancing on Moulin Rouge. So I will say, I'm not saying that college doesn't do amazing things, because it does, and it's still the number one college for dance, but for a reason. But your path is going to look different than others, and accept that and stay true to that. But it doesn't make you less valuable or less valuable in any way, shape, or form. It just means that your journey is going to look a little different.
My next one is when Tyler Eisenreich was on, and he's talking about his getting ready ritual, and he talks about how he does the salt in the circle, and he's like, I do this thing, and they tell me, they're like, Tyler, you can't do that. I was dying.
Yeah. Wow, I'm really boring with my pre-show stuff. I don't have anything. I make sure I'm caffeinated. I stretch. I do some lip trills. I kind of just warm up. That's really it.
It's
Well,
very important.
sometimes basic is good, you know?
You know? Oh, and then
Yeah.
I alt circle around myself and I spin around 5 times. I go Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. I forgot about that. But I warm up and then I do that. That's my ritual. Just slipped my mind a little bit that I do that. And they're like, Tyler, you can't put salt on the stage. And I'm like, okay. And then I keep doing it.
Like, just, they can easily get it off. They just take a little broom and
Thanks.
just...
Oh, and it's a little broom too. It's very small. It fits right here, just like in your thumb. And
That whole interview was hilarious, but especially that
Yeah.
moment. That moment really, really got to me.
That was great.
That's next on my list.
Okay, and the next on my list is Andrew's audition story. Um Hilarious. When just the part, it's specifically the part where he said like, oh, like they were about to get on the elevator for their lunch break, the like entire panel of people that he just auditioned for, and he's like running to the elevator and like tries so hard, and like I've done this before where you just do not want a specific person in the elevator, so you're just like trying for it to like close before they can get there, and of course like every single person who he just auditioned for like hops on the elevator with him. It's like, what would I even do in that moment?
Yeah, I would die. And
Same.
he's better than me because I would be like,
I would
oh,
change my name. I would move out of the country.
how's the weather today? Like, that's what I would do. I would panic. But yes, that was very funny.
And as soon as it ended, I booked it for the door. And I hear them as it happens. Hey guys, we're going to break for lunch. Don't worry about it. So I run to the elevator. I'm like, please, 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 please. The elevator shows up, as does the entire team waiting for it. So I have to get on the elevator with everyone that I was just in the audition with. Kind of turned and looked and like, it's a fun show, huh? Kind of like I don't know what to say. Did it go well? What do we think? Sort of talked a little bit about the song and ran away.
The bit for me, part of that was when he was just like, when he was like, what is it? He said, he goes, I heard Aaron Tveit sing Roxanne, and I was like, nope. Mood.
Can't do that.
I got an audition for the Swing for Broadway when they were moving. Swing or Flat Nine, I can't remember which one. But I turned it down, like hard turned it down. It must have been it must have been the tour starting, because there was the recording and I listened to Aaron doing Christian and I knew I was going to have to cover it. And I listened to it one time and I listened to Roxanne and I was like, nope, that's not going to happen. And that's fantastic. I really wish you all the best. Thank you, but no thank you.
I thought you were also going to say Scottish Ziegler.
Oh, Scottish Ziegler too was very good.
Very good.
Next one is when EJ Hamilton was on and she talks about the Duke and he's shouting, he goes, I don't know, I was a little bit like, she's like, my emotions were mixed. I was kind of turned on and kind of this. And she's like, when the Duke is shouting and she's like, yeah, I'll reject the boy. Like, I was like, okay. Obviously, that scene, he grabs her. And I don't think he meant it, but he grabbed Oyoyo so hard. You heard the slap. And we were like, and it kind of like, we were like, oh my goodness. Because again, that's such a powerful scene. Like when he loses his cool. And we were like,
it is.
Oh my God. It made us like a little bit.
Let me say, David is an absolute sweetheart. And I feel like I was definitely there in February. And if that ever happens, if he, like in that scene particular, he always has a moment he gets to see Satine off stage right before Crazy Rolling. And like, if something like that, he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, did I hurt you? Like, I heard a loud slap. And she was like, no, I didn't even feel it. Or like, whatever, what have you. But like, he is a complete sweetheart. But that moment definitely makes you feel like, oh my goodness, like, what is he capable of? And David definitely, he can give that. And his like, just the raspiness of his voice in that moment, and just like he's like growling, and it's like, I'm scared and I'm turned on. What's happening? What's going on?
That is Jules and I's like.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yes, I will reject the boy. I'll do whatever.
Fine, I'll be your Satine.
I mean, same.
Us too.
Same.
But she was so funny when she was just there and she was just like, I'll reject the boy. And he's like, he's shouting at me, but I'm kind of turned on at the same time. I thought it was so funny.
So true, though. Like, let's be honest.
So true.
Okay, so my next one is when we were doing deep dives, and specifically for Christian, Jules was like, what is his last name? And we were like, or I just go, the composer. His middle name is and his last name is Composer.
What do you think? What do you think Christian's last name is? Like, the composer is.
His middle name is
the
his last name is Composer.
What's your name? Christian the composer? No, what's your last name? Composer. So I'm
crying. I'm actually curious. Forever, I am forever what is the word I'm thinking of? Shoot. Anyway, I just thought that was really funny, and yeah, I definitely think that it's the composer. Convinced.
is.
I'm forever convinced.
The-
There you go.
That's it. That's his name.
That's
It's
the
Christian. He goes to the DMV and they're like, "What's your middle name?" He's like, "The." And they're like, "No, what's your middle name?" He's like, "The." Christian, the composer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they had DMVs back in the 1800s.
Probably
You know.
not.
If it was in today's setting, he would be at the DMV.
Yeah.
My next one is kind of in the same sentence as that, but when I talked about how my theory that Christian is actually Jack the Ripper,
Yes.
I will forever
is-
stand by that theory.
That is a great, yeah, that's a great theory.
I don't know what happened, but one night I just texted the group chat and I was like, "Hey guys, what if Christian was Jack the
Jack the
Ripper?"
Ripper.
Because I think it was based off of the the Christian the murderer
Yeah.
thing they had. And I was like, well, what happens if he was Jack the Ripper? Because
Yeah.
I looked at the timeline and I was like, that's a really good timeline. So I was like, maybe he could have been Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Like
Who
maybe
knows?
that's the suffocating life.
You know,
that he had to escape. We don't know what the suffocating life was. First
Jack the
of all.
Ripper was never caught.
Yeah. And the thing is, we
know?
never know what the suffocating life is. Like, we just know that it's a suffocating life that he's escaping. We don't know what that is. We don't have any context. We don't know what happened. So.
Exactly. We do not know. So, and like I said, Jack the Ripper was never caught. So, you know.
But would Jack the Ripper like sing love songs? Who knows? Maybe that's his whole ploy.
But maybe that's his disguise.
Exactly. Like that's his alibi.
I would love to know his motive, like why he did it. Maybe he had like something. Okay, maybe he had something like happen to him, and he's like, "I hate this," and then just go after everybody. So
I mean,
forever and always. Someone prove me wrong.
Right.
You can't.
The timeline
The timeline
there.
works.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Historian's going to be coming after me, asking me questions.
Exactly. Baz Luhrmann, get on this. Okay. So my next one was actually EJ saying I will reject the boy, but I will also say another one in EJ's episode that was one of my favorite moments was the ELM shoes and her telling the story about how she threw the ELM shoes because she just like did not like them. And so as a ritual of like becoming a universal Lady M and like not having to be in ELM anymore, she threw them down the stairs. And that is just glorious.
I just feel like it's not like really formed to my foot. And yeah, it's just like an uncomfortable shoe. I feel like it's a shoe I would wear like in my recital when I was like 6. I don't know. So why they're asking that though is because I was very vocal about my hate for the shoe. When I left my H2 position, I had a ceremony with the shoes in which I threw them down a flight of stairs and said goodbye.
Yeah, that was a good one. And she just bye.
She yeeted him down the stairs.
All right. Another one for me is when what were we doing? Oh, we were just talking about our weekend in New York, right? In February of last year. And we were talking about the mimosas. We went to Five Nap for brunch, and it was buy one, get one mimosa. But I guess for some reason my brain didn't realize what buy one, get one means. And there ended up being like 8 mimosas on the table, and I was just, there's a video of me very confused.
Yeah. There's
And I'm
4
like-
of us at the table, and the waiter comes out with 8 mimosas.
And I'm like, why is there 8 mimosas on the table? Oh, it's buy one, get one. I was like, interesting. Okay. Then we went for lunch. We went for food. We went to our classic love place we love to go to, Five Nap, and we had some yummy food.
I have a video of they had 2 for 1 mimosas, and I have a video of like just us staring at all 8 of our mimosas.
I didn't know they had 2 for 1 mimosas, so my confusion when they come over and they put 2 mimosas in front of my face, I'm like,
all of us were like, oh.
and there's 8 mimosas on the table and 4 of us, and I'm like, what? And we didn't know.
You're
So
like,
that
well,
was
drink
definitely.
up.
I was like, guess we're gonna start drinking. Early one. It's very confusing. Very confusion. Confusion was my middle name that day.
I also honorable mention. I really liked when the parfait when I ordered the
The
parfait.
bloody fruit and yogurt that Lily got. We went to Peachy Keen. All right, R.I.P. Peachy Keen. Because if anyone ever went to Peachy Keen, it was amazing. It was beautiful. The
Great. It's
food was
really great.
immaculate.
Yeah.
Loved it. We're all there. We're all a little bit not hungover, but we all had a few drinks the night before, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
We're all tired and we're like, all right, let's go to Peachy Keen. I order like the French toast. Liz orders like
Toast,
the French toast and
pancakes,
like
yeah.
pancakes. Everyone's ordering like bad food. Lily, can I get the fruit and yogurt parfait? And I look at her like this. I'm like, what did you just say? I'm like, you're at Peachy Keen and you're getting fruit and yogurt parfait. You should have just gone to Starbucks. I was so mad at Lily that day. I was like, I can't even look at you anymore. The disrespect. And now Peachy Keen's closed, so you can't even go back to Peachy Keen and have their banana foster beignets that were beautiful.
That's true. Rip. I think I jinxed it. I got the fruit and yogurt parfait.
And that's what caused them to close down.
Exactly.
So everyone can blame Lily for Peachy Keen closing
You know
down.
that SNL like sketch that they always do with John Mulaney, and the first one was like Diner Lobster.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Like nobody's ever ordered the fruit and yogurt parfait, so it
Yeah.
closed down because. Oh
If anyone
my!
wants anyone to blame for Peachy Keen, it's Lily.
All the angry DMs coming at me now. Okay. The next one I have is the story of finding out that we were in the same place at the same time. Iconic. Iconic. This was when Jules and I didn't know each other. We had like followed each other on like Twitter or something, but we didn't like know each other. We hadn't started talking to each other. I mentioned I was in the city. Jules was like, "Oh my God, I'm in the city too." And then like we're on FaceTime with our friends, and this was like months later, and we're on FaceTime, and somebody's like, "Is that like we're going through our old posts?" And somebody's like, "Is that Lily in the background?" And I was like, "Hold up."
Due to
There's a
work
very funny
reasons.
picture of Jules at the stage door. I don't know who it was in the background that you're taking a picture.
Oh
But in
my
the background,
So
you
you know what, guys, I need to tell you this story. So you know how we always say that last time, first time we were in the city, we didn't know each other, and this was July of 2023.
can.
I'm not even kidding you. I was looking back on my Instagram
We were
post.
on FaceTime with Liz
Yeah,
and
we were
Julia.
looking, and we were like, hey, hold on, zoom in.
Is that Lily?
I take a photo with, I think it was a photo of Alec, me and Alec, or David.
Yeah.
Zoom in at the back on the
You
side
can
where
see
the
it.
pillar is, there's a lily. I'm like, you're telling me in the day we were also at the same stage or at night, and like I said, we were like 10 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
10, 20 feet. But yeah, you zoom
Okay,
in
I
and you
don't
can
know
actually.
who, I just have it zoomed in, but like that would be me and my
Yeah.
friend in
Yeah.
Jules' post.
Yeah, she's in my photo. And you know what's even worse is that it was on Twitter. It was like we were talking on Twitter. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in the city. Oh, I'm gonna be in the city too. Oh, that's really cool, you know. Didn't know. And
Yeah.
then we're like on FaceTime, and I think it's Liz. She's like,
That's Lily in the
we're like
back.
looking at photos, stage door photo, and she's like, who is this? And she zooms in,
It's me and it's
and
me.
Lily's just there. It's like a picture of like me and I think it's like Alec or something. And you're there in the background.
Yeah. Crazy.
Crazy town.
Crazy.
Crazy town. Okay, next one. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Honestly, the whole James interview for me. The whole interview.
I mean, I'm
The whole
not putting
interview
the
was.
entire interview in, guys, but
We're not putting the entire interview in.
because
But
that's
you
like
know
2
what?
hours long.
The
but
elevator
it's
music. The elevator music.
that was so good. I was like, that's really great
When
elevator
he
music.
had to
Jules.
drop out because the thingy, and I started. Dude, I can't even remember the tune of it, but I did elevator music.
Before. Oh no.
Hold on.
Are we there? Maybe it's because this story shouldn't come out. Maybe I'm not supposed to say this.
Maybe that's what it is. Lily, you're frozen for me as well.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my good. Wait. Oh,
Oh.
insert that music, like elevator music. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding,
Really
ding,
great
ding.
elevator music, Jules.
Yeah, honestly, the whole interview was like 2, nearly 3 hours long. Like, we had to cut so much down
Yeah, we did.
because it was just going.
A part of it was
Um,
also because it was very late at night slash early in the morning for Jules and I. Not that we're complaining, it was really great. I'm a night owl, so like I will stay up. I'm normally up
that's
to
me.
like
She is.
3 in the morning, which is a little bit concerning. But
You know what? Exactly. The last 2 weeks, I've been going to bed super late because I've been off work, and now I have to get back to normal for tomorrow.
yeah, I've been binge watching Suits, so and I just lose track of time. I'm like, I should go to bed.
Exactly. But yeah, the elevator music was a very fun
So
memory.
funny. Okay, so my next one is our interview with Jordan Vasquez and mentioning that I was in Head Over Heels because he was in Head Over Heels as well. And then finding out that we were both the lion that Musidorus like kills in the show. And we were like, oh my goodness, like this is crazy. And we just had like a whole like geek session about like Head Over Heels, and Jules was like, huh?
I hope more people do it and more people see it because it's just fun.
It was so much fun. I did it in my college and it was so fun. I actually played the lion.
No
That
way, me
music.
too.
No way.
Yes.
Yes. And so actually very funny, if we're talking Rouge, Dylan Paul, who is one of the swings in the Broadway production, he played Musidorus in the world premiere of the show. So I was like,
How cool. In the family.
but that's so funny, you were the lion.
I'm dead. That is so cool. That change, it was wild because I had this headpiece on and Vince was like, so this is where we want to utilize your tumbling. And I was like, okay, great. Super excited. So in rehearsal, I didn't know that I was going to have a headpiece on. So I was like turning and flipping and trying a bunch of different things out. And then by the time we got on stage, I realized, oh, I can't see in this mask. I don't know where the
Right.
floor is.
Right.
And I really wanted to tumble at the time because it was my first show back from COVID. So I was like, I want to bust out all the tricks. I want to show people what I can do. I had to dial it back a little bit
Yeah.
because I was fully blind under that mask, but
Oh yeah.
it was fun.
It was the same with me. I had a mask and I could only see out of the mouth. You know, one of those. And I'm not a tumbler or anything. I have a very big ballet background, and so the choreographer knew
Beautiful.
that. Had taught me actually at Cincinnati Ballet, so she knew that I was, you know, trained in ballet, and so I was a scary ballerina lion.
Yeah, I was very confused the whole interview. I was like, oh,
I do love Head Over Heels.
okay.
It was good. Yeah, that was really fun. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I could ask about Head Over Heels. I did not expect him to be the lion as well. So that's really cool.
Yes. Let's see. Well, number 8, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Another really core memory for me is when we Oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
Oh no.
We were was it oh fuck. Hold on. I don't even know if we talked about it on podcast. Actually, skip that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that memory. Okay. A when we were doing the interview with Stephanie, and she's like talking about how they throw Christian,
Oh yeah, that
and she's like, "Put that man down. It's a grown man. Put him down." That was
down.
so funny to me. That was so funny to me.
Just yeets him across the stage.
I remember I asked, I think it was the UK production had like a trend of like asking the Christians what what they're thinking in their head during the toss and catch in Bad Romance, and all of them say "wee." They all say that, but that's what they're thinking, even though, like, if you don't prompt them.
Yeah, I asked Casey, and he was like, I was like, what goes through your head? And he goes, don't die. And I was like, sounds good to me.
You know, sometimes I'm like, put this man down. Put this grown man down. Leave him alone.
He's not a kid. But
It
is
was
he?
too funny.
JK.
He's a kid at heart.
He is a kid at heart. But that was very funny. Okay. So my next one is Tyler Eisenreich saying that everybody's like they're all ghosts in the encore because everybody dies of consumption. Not only is that pretty much true, but like I just thought that it's so funny that like everybody is like ghosts of the Moulin Rouge and they haunt the Moulin Rouge forever.
So I think that Satine was the first person to get consumption. After she died, everyone got consumption. So when everybody's coming out and singing the reprise, we are all dead. We are all ghosts. Every single person has died. Christian is the last person standing, which is why, like, when he sings his last note, he sort of like reaches out and then the lights go out. Everyone gets consumption and dies. But then we all are together haunting the Moulin Rouge, and people can see our ghosts. And that's why there's a mega mix at the end. That is everyone's ghost performing the Moulin Rouge again. People are paying and coming in. They don't know that every single one of these people is a ghost. They have no idea. And those ghosts are just collecting money because they don't have to pay for food, anything. They don't have to pay for anything. They're dead. They can do whatever they want. And they decide to stay there and keep performing the mega mix.
So like Moulin Rouge 2 should be titled The Ghosts of the Moulin Rouge.
Absolutely. Moulin, no, don't say that. Okay, I have to say it now. Moulin Rouge. I don't know.
Yeah, I love that. That was, I mean, it's true.
And then he called it
He's like,
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge, and then he was like, everyone's gonna get consumption and die. And I was like, I mean, at
You're
least
not
he's
wrong.
at least he's honest. Loved it. Okay, last one. I actually had the same last one as you, Lily.
Oh my goodness.
Brune.
Brune.
Yeah, I would see him going back to maybe that wife. We call her Brune. This is strictly and completely just me and our hair supervisor Teresa. I have a picture of her. She lives on my station.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
She also gave me one of these. Our awesome fans. Ryder made me a Duke, a Duke Funko, and Teresa got me this little bottle, and I don't know if you'll be able to read it, but it says "not acid."
Well,
and I just keep it with him all the time.
Brune she's just a regular old gal, okay? She's just, the Duke's wife, just living her life.
Yeah, exactly.
I vibe with her. I vibe with Brune.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
and Brune
Maybe
are like this.
we feel like Brune on the inside.
Yeah.
Like soul sister.
I connect with Brune on a level.
Yeah, exactly. Brune should be a character in the show.
Brune should be a character.
Like, you know how they have like Pierre as one of the flats? I think Brune should be one of like the heels. Heel 1, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Maybe. Justice for Brune.
Brune, yes. We're gonna put the signs up, the protest signs up, Justice for Brune. Make it a hashtag. justice for Brew. Okay, I have an honorable mention, and it's anytime. I'm not gonna like play it back or anything, but it's just anytime that we've mentioned Moulin Rouge 2, Dookie's Revenge. It's in the works still. We have Once Upon a Time. Just kidding.
Yeah, literally. It's still in the works. Do you know what? Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, no, I agree. It's coming, you guys. It's coming.
It is coming.
It's coming. I think that's our top 10.
Yeah.
That's 10, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do simple math.
Yeah, that's 10. I went through my entire list, so yes. Alrighty,
That's
well,
it.
we hope that you guys enjoyed this past year as much as we have on the podcast. We're so excited for this new year on the podcast. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So many more exciting episodes. I don't know if do we want to reveal it? Maybe not.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. We have a little bit of a
We have a
surprise.
special guest.
We have a very special guest, very surprise special guest coming up in a couple weeks.
Wait, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not Aaron today. But I can't tell you who it
I
is,
wish.
but it's not. I wish it was. I was.
We wish.
But yeah. And I'm back in New York in less than 2 weeks.
This is true. This is true.
So next Thursday.
I have decided not to take a winter trip to New York and maybe get a new phone instead.
See, my problem is, so I'm going on the 16th of January for sure.
And then you said you were going in like February, right?
Yeah, so I wasn't going to go in February, everybody. That's what I want to know. Wasn't planning on going. And then someone said to me, oh, you should have a look at February. I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, then I saw the flight ticket for $150 and I said, well, guess I'm going in February.
I mean.
So I'm going for February. I'm going for the Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh, yay.
Yes. I can be alone in my thoughts. Just kidding. I'll be with my beloved.
Look, it is the new Captain America movie comes out on Valentine's Day, so
that's gonna be a tough watch for me because Bucky Barnes isn't in it, and also Captain America is always gonna be Chris Evans to me. I'm sorry, I can't. It's gonna be a hard watch for me.
But I'm excited to see. I don't even know where Marvel's going. Love you, Marvel, but I don't know where you're going.
Anyway,
yeah. So that is our episode. That was a fun little look back. We hope you guys had fun listening in on all of our favorite moments, and here's to a new year of new moments and fun. Woo! Thank you guys for listening, by the way. Thank you to all of our listeners and fans, if we have fans. For those of you who've like sent messages and stuff saying how much you guys like our podcast, thank you. We appreciate those messages, and we appreciate all of you guys commenting / like interacting with polls and things like that. So yes, thank you so much, and woo! I can't believe it's been a year.
time flies when you're having fun.
Anyway,
we'll see you guys again soon.
Yes. Bye, guys.